There should be sound now. There should be sound now. There should be sound now. Damn. Okay, so I'm going to start over on that analysis. I might even restart the video. Okay, whatever. I'll just start back on the analysis. Damn. So that was fun. I was going into OMG. And if you guys want to go over any of the coins that you're looking at, we can break those down too. I just picked a few altcoins, and if you have any that we can look at, post them in the chart. So I was going over this on the weekly, and I was showing that we broke this. What do you make of XRP? You think it's about to go up? Or I'll take a look at XRP for you. So we have this support right here, and you can see where I'm using this close. I'm using the body of the candles. So you can see here, after we got the two candles up, we had a lot of indecision here and we broke back down. But this weekly candle, we broke the support here. And then this two candle that faces the green as well is super bullish. I'm going to see how it ends, but that will initiate more of an uptrend. And I kind of want to see like the relation. If Bitcoin's pulling back, there's two things that can happen. We can see like money leaving the total crypto market cap, which would be actually probably pull back on all alts as well and Bitcoin itself, or we can see that money transferred to alts. You know, people profited off Bitcoin and now they're going to go and put it in the alts and then, you know, just keep alternating that. So after I saw this, I was a little bit late on this trade. I was looking at the daily and I was saying that the RSI is slowly moving up. You can see here that it made this low and we didn't actually get a higher, we got a higher low actually. So that's a good sign at first. And then you can see that volume is slowly starting to peak up. And you can see that it was getting declined. I'll put it from here. It was declining. And then you have these green bars started to come that are higher than most of the volume we had previously. And then you can see a lot of buying happening. I want to show you guys that when it was bouncing on this 50 EMA and it starts grinding up, and then you can see that the EMA is slowly starting to curve before it actually did here. And then this would have been the final, like this candle right here. Also all the volume right here. So if we put a trend line here, or you could even move it down towards here. You can see that we got rejected here, rejected. We tried to thrust above. This is like a shooting star. We got rejected again. And like we're respecting the 50 EMA pretty nicely at this point. And this, you can see that these shadows are getting pushed up. Like we're getting bought up, bought up, bought up. And after this engulfing, bullish engulfing candle, we had the big two candle that just broke right through. And usually when I see a big candle like that, I want to see some sort of like retracement. Usually 50% of the candle. Sometimes it's like 38%, but this retraced, let's say like 80% of the candle. And that would have been a perfect entry. So I have my buys around 3.8 actually, a little bit higher. And then I have some buys just below this. And then I have some buys here. And I don't want to get past this lower level. That's kind of would be my exit because the whole structure of the move would be gone. You have the move here and then the move coming up. And I can't put a Fibonacci just yet to see where we might retrace because the move hasn't exhausted. It's still pushing up. It's on the 6. We can see a 7, 8, 9. And honestly, we just broke this major resistance right here. Even this part right here, we broke this. And even though that I see no more resistance, we can see the bottom of this. So we're about to range that and then here. So I can see us hitting $5, even though we're at 4.8. Let's see what kind of move that is. A 6.35%. You know, in any market, traditional markets, that's crazy to get in a day. And I do expect it to hit that. But would I buy here? No, I wouldn't. I'm not going to chase these green candles. Even if I can get maybe, yeah, here wouldn't be bad. This would be like if you want to FOMO into the market, you know, you can see some support here, resistance here. Wow, look at that. If you want to like FOMO and not wait, you could get at $4.50, but like I don't chase the price. No need for that. And then you can also see on the daily. Oh, I definitely thought that was a moving average. I thought that was a crossover. My bad on that. So OMG, we're gonna go quick on these ones. OMG, those are my buys. If we can get it around, if we can get it on this green line right here, 3.6, 3.8, or if we move it up here, you can see it's still reacting really well here. If you can move that up to 3.7, that's where I would be very comfortable buying. And if it broke this low, then I would be out. So, you know, people might be thinking, oh, this is a huge drop, 30%. Like, are you gonna lose 30% of your trade? Like, if I had $1,000, would I be losing $300? No, because on these types of trades, I would be adjusting my lots. I wouldn't be putting $1,000 on here. I would have to minimize it, so I still take a 2 or 5% loss at max. So I'd have to do the math on that, and then, you know, move forward smartly and on the lot sizes. So I just want to point that out. Even though it's a huge drop, I'm accounting for it on my lot sizes, or I can wait to get a better pricing, which I may never get. So I have 3 buy orders on this. Let's move to XRP because a lot of people want to talk about that. And like I said, I noticed XRP and XLM. XLM always follows XRP. And like, I was just scrolling through Facebook, like 3-4 days ago, maybe it was last night, and it was like, oh, XLM always follows. And like, I knew that. I literally know that. And like, XLM always follows and it always lags behind. And I was 2 days late. This is 100+% move. Definitely would have called it. I would have called it hard on the Discord, and I missed that. So I'm kicking myself for that. But there's going to be a lot of opportunities, especially since we're here all day now, full time. So let's go into XRP and we'll go into XLM. I think you guys were watching previously that these are supports that I were watching for it to break. And then after it broke that, look at that candle. So you can see here, when a 9 happens, it's not always a sell. So let me get these drawings out of the way. When a 9 happens, it's not always a sell. It's just like it's exhaustion, and it's like a potential change of trend. So the buy 9 happened here, which turned into a buy 1, and that was perfect, especially since it was. You can see these candles. You can see these candles right here, and this. What I want to talk about is like, the candles show you so much, and it's like people don't understand. You can see so much in it. This candle right here held above the 200 EMA, and you can see that this was not a shooting star. The buyers, it would have been a shooting star on the other way around. This is more of a hammer. Actually, that's a perfect hammer. And you can see that once the price got down here, buyers pushed it all the way up, and we held against 200 EMA. We didn't close below it, so that's a good sign. And then you can notice while we're kind of lagging through here, the RSI momentum's picking up. Volume's not really picking up. It's still kind of stagnant here, but then where were we? Right here. Where was that hammer? Yeah, hammer was right there. Then you can see these dojis. There's indecision, but we're like lagging on the 200. Indecision. And then this huge body right here, we have the buy 9. And then what I want to point out is like, every time we get below, this one was pretty even. That's still indecision candle for me, even though we broke down below. The next candle we broke above, but like, look at these wicks, shadows, wicks. They provide a lot of data. It's just showing you that a lot of people are buying it up. They're not pushing the price down here. Even though this candle's red, we had a lot of buyers pushing here. This should be green here because this was more buying power than actually selling power. And then this was the engulfing candle. After all these signs of indecision, we had this larger body than this, and you can see that the bulls took that back, and then the bulls pushed through the 50 EMA, and this is where I got my buy. And I was trying to put in more buys below here. I didn't get the chance. I got one. I'm not going to get greedy. So that's just kind of the reason why I took this trade myself. TK took it, and he's up 1.5 million USD. I just looked at it yesterday. 1.5 million. That's 2 million Canadian almost in 10 days. Like, holy. It's life-changing money, life-changing skill. So anyways, you can see that a buy 9 is always not the case because we shot right above, and like these are huge candles, man. So now I can look at where, like, let's look at some supports, because I think a lot of you guys want to see XRP and like where XRP can potentially go. So I'm going to go on the weekly, and I'm going to make this a line chart. And all the other kind of resistances, it kind of like lagged out there. So let's put this one as this one right here, right there, because this is being used as a support and this is being used as a resistance. I'm going to add more. So yeah, as you can see, this would have been, that's an obvious sell. XRP on the daily looking like it's about to squeeze. Let me just finish this and I'll get there. So on the line chart, and then here's honestly the next area. You can see these 2 points here, which are still super important. Actually, right here too, and right here. So these are like, when I'm looking at, like we saw those big green bars, these are target areas that I'm looking at, and then I'll use other like tools to show me where we're more likely to hit. So if I put that back on the candle, yeah, you can see that these points really react. This was used as support, and then this was used as resistance here. So let's get to it. Where on the weekly, this is still a strong move. On the weekly, it's showing a little bit of wear down here. Sellers are pushing down, but literally like it's still looking super strong. Also, I didn't go into the weekly. This on the weekly is strong as well. It was gearing up, and that's what I saw. It's the same thing here. A lot of indecision, and then it kind of took off. And now the weekly EMA, 200 EMA, is this a 50? Weekly 50 EMA is moving up as well. So on the daily, I can't show you what type of pullback we're about to see because I don't see any weakening factors on this move right now. Volume super high. Aside from overbought, it's super extended in the relative strength index. It's 87. It's overbought. The last time we had that was in 2018. So we could see a big pullback. That's why I took my profits. I took 66% on my total account. You can't go wrong doing so. That is huge. But also, before I go into the daily, just to push into high RSI doesn't mean you just sell it. It's actually a bullish that it's over. It's that a lot of people are showing demand for that. So that's not one reason I would just sell. Here though, a doji, this long doji is letting us, especially with this, like sellers rejected this. Buyers pushed, but sellers are rejecting this, and now it's showing a lot of indecision. This, I wouldn't take the trade right here. You could potentially, but like this is just shooting the gun. You know what I mean? Look at how steep this line is. I would have to draw multiple lines, but we're gonna take the fib. This was kind of the retracement. This was the first move, retrace. So we'll take it from here to see more of a. Oh, what am I doing? I always do that and just click. Okay, so you can see that my profit line is perfectly on this what's it called? On this support, resistance, on this zone, you could call it. So, I would be more than likely to bet if we do push up, that's a zone that people would be taking profits on. And not only that, if we break this down on the hourly, then you can see that if you know, this is where it starts to consolidate. This is where it starts to consolidate. It consolidated here. And those were at all the previous lines I drew below on the weekly. And you saw that when we reached there, we're either consolidating above, which I liked, or we're consolidating below. And now this is kind of building on the 1 hour. Actually, this is looking strong. You have the ascending triangle kind of playing out right now, and it's tapping on the 50 EMA. We got the same move here, that same lower. No, we got just a resistance top here. I don't want to say it was more of a triangle because we weren't. Yeah, actually we did have the lows moving up. This low, no, that low's lower. No, it's not actually. Yeah, it's not. This low gets higher, higher, higher. So we're seeing the same type of move here. And I am going to go back to the daily. That pattern just like was like calling at me, you know, I couldn't not draw that. So we are seeing the same pattern here. We could get this like big push up. And I'm not saying FOMO into XRP right now. Please don't. Just wait. But like what I'm trying to say is when you break it down, you see more noise. And like that's where I'll see this consolidation maybe above here or at this level. So let's go back to the daily. And these are levels that I shouldn't have deleted those other resistances here because they'll act as support at these levels. So this is where a level of buying where I would want to potentially be buying right here. And if it got down to here, you know, and it used this as a support. So I'll put a support right here as well. I have them all green and red. I need to change them, but I want to see if this, yeah, you see that lines up perfectly with this as a support because used as resistance, used as support, used as resistance, used as support. So these lines, it just gives me more confluence. Hey, what's up, CryptoFace? Long time. I know, it's been a while. I've been seeing you just crushing your trades. Honestly, everybody, go to CryptoFace, go follow his account. He's crushing it. Him and his indicator, he's hitting huge trades. I'm not going to tell you how much. You can go check that out for yourself, but CryptoFace has been crushing it. Not going to lie. He's a beast. He is a beast. Just threw me off guard. What's up? So I would be looking at potentially that area for a pullback. And that's like a sweep here, a Z zone as well. So you can see it potentially getting there. And I don't want everybody to FOMO into like XRP just because it's going up. And like it already did 300%. And I saw somebody, literally I saw this in one of the crypto groups and it was like, happy holidays, bro. And it was like, I bought XRP at 20 cents, sold it at 35 cents, lost all my XRP funds in a trade, and then watched it go to 70 cents. And now he's looking to buy back around here. And it's like, people are just crazy when they see any percentage gains, especially like Bitcoin's the best example. All of you guys have been telling people buy Bitcoin 3K, 5K, 7K, 9K. And now we're getting the herds of people when it's 19K and it's like, I'm selling my house. Should I put 250K in Bitcoin? And it's like you crazy? I don't know. And it's relative though. I think Bitcoin's going to go to 100K to 200K, but for me to give advice on you to sell your car, to sell your home, no good person would tell you to do so. It's super risky. So going back into XRP, I think that, if you can get it back down to these zones and it holds this level, if it doesn't, and if it comes back down under this move, the market structure is broken. This structure, this move itself is broken. So if it comes here, comes like this is where I would be buying. But if it breaks this and starts closing under, the trade's done. The move is done. It retraced everything on that candle, and that could have been just a quick pump for XRP. Also, to keep in mind, the airdrop is, I think, December 12th, December 14th, Spark airdrop. I should have said when is Spark airdrop. When do I get Spark token on airdrop? Okay, Flare. I know you guys know, so post that in the chat, and I know you guys know. So this could be just a quick pump before the 12th or the 14th, whenever it is, and this can obviously be extended as well. This could be extended, so like it could maybe do one more pump, and those are the levels, and they matched up almost perfectly with the Fibonacci price extensions, my resistances, and these are like take profits. So let me delete this ugly line. But if we get in here at 50 cents, and I know you guys are following TK as well, he said we might see a push down to the 50. That's a 74% move, and that's a 100% move. And like, I don't need to hold this coin forever. I'm fine with just taking 50%, 75%, 100%. And like, I was moving my stop loss under these zones. And when I moved it under here, I think this is where I got sold out, which is fine with me. I made 66%. So if you guys have any, questions about XRP, yeah, any more questions about XRP, this would be the time to ask, because I am moving forward. I said axe. To ask because I am moving forward. And you can have more price extensions, but if we do break these levels, so if XRP does break these levels, starts trading on here, breaks this, then my next target is 1.3. And what I was doing is just moving my take profit up, moving my stop loss off, maybe moving my take profit up, moving my stop loss up. So we're going to go into XLM, and this is like I said, XLM just follows XRP. It's a bit of a lag. The moves aren't as big. XLM, this is how probably everybody felt watching TK take this trade. Like this is gone. I'm not trading this. It's gone. I'm waiting for a pullback on the daily. You see, we got the 9 here, and bam, just this huge green, candle. And I was literally taking notes on candles like that, and they're called like high wave candles. High wave candles where you have the same amount of pushback on both sides. So like this is, even though it's super bullish, they are fighting here, and there is indecision on this candle. So you can start to see it break down potentially, and then look for an entry. So XRP, we went on an entry, 50 cents, just above 50 cents on that PRZ zone would be perfect. That would be a great time to get into XRP. And then if it breaks down and it retraces that whole move, and that's out, you're out of XRP. You don't want to be over leveraged either, because XRP's wicks, they are huge. Like XRP wicks you out. I got wicked out from that large move, and I knew I was going to get wicked out, but I was happy with what I made. As simple as that. Any of you guys want to see any other alts? I'm going to be going through a few more. So yeah, if we do the line chart here, you can see that this is definitely facing. There's a lot of points here on the weekly. There are a lot of points, but you can see that did we hit this on the candle? No, we hit this. We're facing a lot of resistance here, especially this. Like, look at how strong of a support this was before we broke it down. And that was a huge candle. That was a lot of bears pushing. And this is probably like 19 November 2018 when the whole market's probably dumping. And that's been gone ever since. So XLM, huge green candle. Maybe you can see retrace half of this candle if you're lucky. And that would be about right here. And if it holds that, so XLM, I would be buying at 0.148. This is actually more than half, but I just put it here because this is where it is used as resistance as well. So if you got more than half of the candle and you can get in an entry here, then you're using this as support. Half the candle or a little bit more, half the candle was retraced, and then hopefully we can get a move back up. There is a lot of resistance at this point. So if we can hold this on the weekly, it's going to be a little bullish. Let's go on the daily, and you can see that as well. Perfect. It ended here. That's the roof resistance, and then you can see that it bounced above it. So I love to see moves like this, especially when there's a 9 here. So a lot of people that are using this may have been weary to take this trade because, on a 9 you sell. But here you can see that we kissed this, not kissed, but we more than pierced it and then bounced back up. And you can see the volume coming high, and it is super oversold. Holy, it is at 92%. That is very high. So I'm expecting some sort of pullback with the 9, with the resistance and thrusting up, getting rejected. This candle is indecision to me. It is indecision because it's pushing through this support and getting rejected through that resistance. And it's a huge move, and it's super extremely oversold right now. Overbought, I mean. It is overbought. And let's go to Litecoin. Litecoin's doing its thing. I want to start on the weekly. We'll go to Litecoin or Ethereum. Ethereum, we'll do Litecoin. So actually, let's do Ethereum first. I want to do Ethereum. If you guys have any alts you guys want to look at, make sure to put them down. XLM, I am going to note this purchase. And that would be a good time to get in there. So Ethereum, same thing. I'm going to look for, actually on the daily, let's just look. You got the 9 candle here, and this was a perfect setup. I don't know if I went over this actually on my last stream, but no, it wouldn't have been because this was yesterday's candle. You have the big 7, big move up, and there's definitely some sort of resistance here. Definitely somewhere around here. And I'm going to see that. Done. You see? There we go. You see support, broke it down. That was a big move down. Resistance or support, resistance, support, and then broke it down, resistance. So that's why you're seeing it kind of pushing back here. And this candle right here would have been like made me weary, made me kind of say, okay, it is getting exhausted. You can see that the RSI is super up here too. A lot of these alts are overbought. Wow. A lot of these alts are overbought. So these alts can get pushed back with Bitcoin. Like I said, there's 2 things that could happen when Bitcoin's going to pull back. A lot of the money can get pulled out of the market as well. People could be profit taking, or some of the money could get transferred to alts. And it looks like a lot of these alts are ready to pull back themselves as well. The whole market grew together. I mean, Bitcoin led obviously like it usually does, but we saw clear resistance here. This line of support and resistance is very important. And now we saw this candle indecision, and this candle would be the confirmation. That 3rd candle would be the confirmation, not only because it pushed into a lower price, but I'm assuming this candle might fill into like a bearish engulfing candle. So it will start the downtrend, or it'll give us more reason to believe that this is going to go lower. I'm going to take the fib from here. And it would be like the same thing. We're going to look to see if you could purchase on the 7.86, so $500, just above $500. And the other price point would be $527. I want to look for a better, I want more profits and a better entry, of course. So 502 would be a dope entry. And it would be used as, and I just want to see if it's interactive, and it is interactive as well here as well. Fibonacci's work wonder. You know what I mean? And then this would be the profit point. So around $500. And I'm going to go into the Discord, and I'm going to be posting these as well. So like Ethereum, $500 would be a good buy. And these would be the targets. 660. 712. If we can hold this, so I'm gonna look. Literally, I'm going to watch Ethereum. What was the other one? XLM, XRP, to see that not only if the moves hold, because I want to see these moves hold, and if it wasn't just like a mini alt market, and then if we can get these retraced to our buy entries, because damn, if we get it at $500, got a 31% move here and a 42% move here. So that's pretty much on Ethereum. It's on a 9. I like to see that the 8 or the 9 moves higher in price than the 7, and we can see that here. And you may even get a thrust up on this 9, get rejected one more time, and then get like a huge dump or some sort. So and would you be shorting here? That's a good question that I thought. Good question, Lyle. Would you be shorting here? If you're a great trader, and if you're a good trader, I'm not going to tell you you can't short or you can't long, but these are the times where you cover, you stop adding leverage, if you're going to be buying, of course, but like the trend is your friend. You don't want to short in a like crazy market. I mean, there's a lot of volume coming in, there's a lot of volatility, and you can see here, if this kind of lagged here and bounced here, and the 200, I'm just like looking in the future, and the 50 MA moved here, that's a good buy, and if we can hold that, of course. So I wouldn't, even though it is a short opportunity and markets move 3 times quicker than they do, and it is oversold and it is seeing signs, you could potentially take the short, but we're looking for buy setups to give us more profit. But I know people buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, and you'll heavily buy on a bull market and you'll heavily sell short on a bear market. So you can short this as well, but for people who aren't as advanced, I wouldn't recommend it. So if you were going to short this, that would be the high of this price, and that would be 621. And you would take your short sell here, and if it passes above, which I'm saying, I think I could see a thrust up, and you would knock these stop losses. That's one. So they'd be out of the trade. And then you would activate breakaway traders. Let me delete that. In the market, there's manipulation. So if we did bounce back up, everybody who had their stop loss here that's shorting on this doji, should I buy Crow, Cardano? What to buy? I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at Cardano. In terms of like buying it for long term, honestly, I've had the strong belief of just buying and holding Bitcoin. I hold Ethereum, I have Litecoin, but like Bitcoin, I mean, if you got it at cheap, it's outperforming. There are alts that definitely outperform it, but I'll take a look at Cardano if you're going to hold that long term or just trade it. So I can see that these guys will get knocked, and not only that, you'll see a lot of breakaway traders. So people who think when this line is broken, when this resistance is broken, I'm going to buy here, have my buy limit here, and then I'll ride it up. So now their orders got hit. These guys' orders got stopped, and the market moves in that direction. And it always happens to us. We take an order, we get stopped, and then it moves. Long Cardano. Okay, I'll check that out. So this is my thought for Ethereum. Maybe a push up, activate some orders, and then we come back down here, wick down, maybe wick down here. Doubt it, unless the move's a dud. But like come here and then build our way back up. And that's what I'm looking on XRP. And I like to leave these drawings here just to see how well my thought pattern, or like my thought process, not pattern, but my thought process actually, does it work out? Was I right? Was I totally wrong? And I'm going to see the kind of candles that come next and just see how the RSI plays out and things like that. So Litecoin, XVG, let's go to Cardano. 88 USD. See, I don't even know the matching because I just stick to like what I like to trade. Should you go long? Are you serious? I'll let the chat. There's only 3 people watching now. Should you go long on Cardano here? Let me give you some advice. One, this move is almost an 85% move, which isn't, you know, XRP. It isn't some other ones that we've seen, but let me go on the weekly. So what I like to see is we broke this top, used it as a nice support, and I'm going to see maybe for some time. No, I'm not hating at all. I'm not hating at all, you know, and I don't want people to laugh at you and things like that. What I want to is educate you guys. Like, the move is already gone. What we like to say is, like, don't chase, buy the retrace. This move, it's already moved almost 100%, and now we're seeing signs of selling. Like this whole wick, the price came up here and sellers pushed it down. We're also seeing a 9 sell, and that's after this whole sequence 1 to 9. It's that the move is seeing some exhaustion. There may be potential of a flip, of a retrace, of a different direction. And I can see that the RSI is also 84. Like I said, a lot of these alts are looking like they need to come and pull back. And Bitcoin's testing all-time highs. So it's like Bitcoin might break all-time high, which alts will naturally push down in BTC value. Some of them might come up in USD. But if it does get rejected, I think these alts will actually push back with Bitcoin. So let me look at some entry points for you that could be a good place for you to go long. You won't ever want to just market long. You'll get eaten up. So let me look at some great points for you to go long. So I'll take the retracement tool. I'll take it from here. I'll go here. You see, this lined up perfectly with the 50%. But even then, I think with these wicks, like these are monster wicks. This is, you can see here, it's very wicky. And even here, it's very, very wicky here. Let me see if we can see some other points of resistance, support, and resistance. We did here, and this one would be good. Definitely this. That's a bit low. And then right here. Okay. This is on the weekly. Huge weekly. Let me look at the monthly quickly. Damn. That's crazy. I didn't even know it's ADA has been super cheap. Are you looking to long it right now, or have you been are you already exposed to ADA? Do you have any Cardano? As you can see, let's look at a previous pullback on the monthly. Let's look at a previous pullback. If we take it from this move to where it went, we pulled back about 61%, and that's on the monthly. We pulled about 61%. And let's see if we can look at anything on the weekly as well. So this move from here, and let's do it from the top. We pulled back about 78%. 78%. We smashed the 61%. So that leads me to think that this coin retraces 68, 76, 78%, 78, 61%. I'm screwing up the golden numbers. What am I doing? I think that we will see a 61% somewhere right here. That could be a good time to long. So prices at currently 1.69. If you wanted to get into a long, 0.13, but this would be a better area. And you can see that it kind of tried to thrust right here, tried to break above this zone 2. It tried to break above here multiple times, and that would be kind of landing on the 78.6. You know what I mean? And we've seen that on the monthly, on the weekly, on the daily, it pulls back that much. Was this supposed to be on the daily? It's the same thing. Actually, I'm going to remove those drawing tools. Let me just do that. We're going to look on the daily because it's looking super weak. not super weak, but it is exhausting. So your 61% would be right here, 1.37, pretty similar to what we said, 1.34 was it? And then this would be the other buy spot, 0.123. So if you want to go long, I would highly recommend to wait and to wait for a retrace, because this move is looking a little bit exhausted. You have the 9, you have these long shadows. Like these shadows tell me a lot. Like look at how much these sellers have pushed this down. XTZ. Yes, I will. So that's telling me a lot right here. Sellers are pushing this down, and now this is a big indecision candle. It's a big tug of war, and you can see it's a high wave candle. And that's like where buyers and sellers are kind of indecision. It's like a tug of war essentially. And right after large moves, it's kind of just like wearing out. It's going to see, does it have some more juice? Does it have some more buyers? Is it going to keep going up? Which markets are irrational. Don't think it won't. Just because there are size up, don't think it won't. So that's pretty much it. I think you should look to buy and go long around the 1.22 range. And if you want to be super eager, you could buy in the 1.32, 1.34, somewhere between these. And if you want to be patient, highly recommend waiting for the 1.2, 1.1. And if you got the buy here, it'd be a good buy. You can see the moving averages are following very quickly. So I'm going to move on to XTZ, USD, Bitfinex. XTZ. I thought that this actually broke all-time high. It didn't. So I like to see this on the weekly. We just broke around above the 50 EMA. If this candle holds strong in 4 days, that's a huge push up. But like I said, all alts are just exploding, and it's crazy. Everything's pushing into overbought really quickly, and like a lot of the alts have moved. So it's like we need to find some alts that really haven't done anything. A lot of the alts have moved, and you can see like when the bulls are coming in, like this huge candle, we broke above 50, 200 EMA. And with this one, for myself, so it depends on where you are in the trade, but for myself, this would be a bit overextended for myself. Like I've missed the move on this. If I got in, if on the break of this, on the break of this 200 EMA, if I got on the break on this 50 EMA, if I got on the pullback, because like this would have been beautiful. This huge candle, and then this candle retrace about more than 50% of it, and then actually use these as a support as well, and the 50 EMA. That is huge confluence onto buy. And like you can see the volume just slowly picking up. And before this move, you have the RSI slowly picking up too. So that would be like huge confluence on why I would have taken this trade. But getting a buy order here, getting lucky enough for it to come and kiss this previous resistance, now use the support, and then you get the huge candles coming up. For me, I'd have to wait to see some sort of, selling. And if you don't see that on the daily, you can break it down on the 4 hours. So on the 4 hours, we're seeing a lot more action. And you can see here, like move, retrace. This is probably a 78% retrace. It's 61.8%. Perfect retrace. And then you can see here something similar. So if we take it to the top here, and then we take it from this move on, you can see that it hit the 61.8%. And these are like sniper entries, man. You get in here and, and that's why you do it. You do it before, obviously, it came down, or it defeats the whole purpose. But these are sniper entries. You do it from the move up. And some people, you like to use different candles, maybe the move that broke it, or the first green one after the lowest point, whatever it may be. You can see perfect. And they've been just almost smashing TP, which is take profit. So Let's take it to the high. And let's take it to this green candle, our current move. And this is a lot smaller move, but it still broke the resistance here. So it's still a push up. I'm expecting $3 on it, maybe 3.2. Would you agree? If we break this, came already down to 50%, maybe we can see some candles to the 2.6 range. If we see some candles to the 2.6 range, unless this just takes off, because this was used as resistance and that tapped it perfectly. So if we can maybe fall under, it almost hit the 6. Let's see if I got this point. Yeah, it almost hit the 61.8% PRZ zone. Let's look at potential. Just off this, fib extensions, 3.08 and 320 are the next profit zones if we break back this top. You know what I mean? We've retraced. I want to see maybe some more, noise on this. But if you retrace on one candle and keep pushing up, it's a potential. Let's look at the weekly. This is actually moving quite quick, up and down. Wow. Let's look at the line graph. Here, it's facing heavy resistance here. That's why you can see that. You can see that resistance here, and you used support here. Okay, there's nothing else aside from that. This would be like the other spot. On the weekly, if we can break above this, so we'll look on the daily now, on the candles. We'll go candles and daily. So if we break above these two, I think we'll shoot up to 3.5. If we broke above the $3, if we break above $3 and trade, I think we'll test 350. And that's what I think. So I'm expecting $3 on it. So if we break above $3, $3.05, $3.10, I think we'll shoot up to 350. Maybe get another huge candle, because like you can see, like this size of candle is this size. Let's just look at the previous. Honestly, I was in, like, that's spot on. This is this. You know, if we get some noise here, we get some indecision, because this is strong areas of polarity, like support and resistance. So if we get a lot of noise here, but we break above, I think we'll see a candle like this on the weekly. Just a quick shot up, and maybe it'll go into price discovery mode and keep blowing up, but who knows? I'm just looking at it right now. And like I said, if it breaks above these areas, I'm expecting it to hit $3.50, or at least test it. As you can see, it tested here, and got rejected here as well. So this is a huge point for me, a huge area for me to break through, and then keep pushing up for Tezos. And then you can see there's a ton of volume here. This would have been a huge indication on the weekly. You can see a ton of volume here, and then this one just took it off when it broke the 50. 80% of my bankroll is tied up on ATZ at $2.32. So you went long at $2.32. Let me look at where I would place my stop loss. If you want a risk-free trade, place it right here. You know what I mean? This is holding like this level. If you want a risk-free trade, I would put your stop loss at 2.39, and it does have the potential of smacking it. But you can see actually this is used. It is likely to test this area. For when I was using my stop losses for XRP, I would move them under the zone. So it's like I'd have my stop here, and then I'd move my stop here, and just keep letting it breathe. But you don't want to give back all your profits to the market. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to do the posts now on the Discord. I'm going to post XRP, Ethereum, XLM. I'm not going to do Litecoin or XVG. And I'm going to post those charts now in the Discord so people can look at them. It's maybe potentially easier just to see it on a chart. And that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. So make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, because we've got a lot of contests